The PatternDNA application allows you to study the performance of different candlestick patterns created from a minimum 5-day period up to a maximum of 10 days against a list of stocks as defined by your drop-down list, and this can be a default list of Zignals list stocks or indeed one you've created for yourself. It then looks at the 1, 2 and 5-day performance of this pattern, assuming a purchase made at the open price of the day after the pattern completes, and it looks at the percentage of days where the stock will close higher, either the day after the pattern or 2 days or 5 days afterwards. There's also a performance data which looks at the pattern and stop, and this stop is defined by your target and stop conditions here, and these can be changed and adjusted as required. And this shows the return for this pattern in combination with this target and stop over your look back period, which in this case is a year. And at the bottom you see a return for your pattern, which is a cumulative analyzed return, and this is compared against a buy and hold average, which looks at a purchase or assumes a purchase is made in every day of the look back period and held to the end, and then the appropriate data calculated with an average return. The risk reflects the maximum drawdown for both buy and hold average and the pattern and stop, and you can see in this case it is lighter even though the returns are less. But you can then improve this performance by actually selecting your own patterns, and you can see that as you create your own patterns by highlighting on the chart, which is left click and drag, you can see the returns subsequently increase for different patterns. And the degree of match level is a sort of a stringency factor which is derived from DNA sequencing algorithms, and it's a patent pending technology by Zignals which allows you to match these patterns into historic periods. When you found a pattern you like, you can save it, and this will be available from the open menu along with any other patterns you may have saved. You can also create your own patterns directly in the interface, and again the performance data will update for every pattern that you're able to find. And you can, when you have identified a profitable pattern, you can then scan the market for it, and when you scan the market it looks for occasions based on your match level when for other S&P stocks which actually display this pattern. You can see there are a number of examples here where this pattern is displayed, and you'll actually see here also in some cases, particularly if you go for weaker matches, there might appear to be gaps or spaces between the days which reflect the algorithm matching sequences of your pattern over a longer period than, say, the defined 10 days. And if you want to see a chart for it, or a particular match, you just go straight to the match and you can see what the current chart looks like for your match. And that is a quick tour of the PatternDNA application.